Hi everybody, it's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski back for a Villanova women's basketball recap as the Wildcats were in action yesterday in the WBIT semifinals taking on Belmont. Unfortunately, the Wildcat season has come to an end with a 66-57 loss to Belmont yesterday at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. For Villanova, they played pretty well in the first half. They were able to outscore and take a lead in a halftime against Belmont, but unfortunately the second half Villanova really struggled. They were outscored by 11 against Belmont in the final 20 minutes, and Villanova really struggled from behind the arc. You look at their perimeter shooting yesterday, just 20% from three, and Villanova is really a team that lives and dies by the three. We've talked about how their offense has struggled at times this season, been a little inconsistent, but when they shoot the ball well from behind the arc, they can beat a lot of teams in college basketball, especially teams that they were playing in the WBIT. Unfortunately, Belmont's defense did a really good job at stopping Villanova from being able to take some good shots from behind the arc and make them. So just 20% from behind the arc for Villanova yesterday against Belmont. The Wildcats, though, did win the rebounding battle, and both teams took care of the basketball. I mean, they both committed 11 turnovers, which is not bad at all by any means for both of these squads, but it really came down to the three-point offense. I mean, you even look at Belmont, they didn't shoot the ball all that well from the field either, under 40%, but the difference was Belmont converted 38% of its three-point attempts, so that made the difference in this game, especially down the stretch in the final 20 minutes. Belmont made some good adjustments there to really stop Villanova offensively and find a way to convert. In terms of Belmont's offense, Jalen Banks led the way with 25 points. She was excellent yesterday for Belmont, and Belmont will have the opportunity to play Minnesota in the WBIT finals coming up. So unfortunately for Villanova, they couldn't get the job done, but it is back-to-back years that they made at least the WBIT semifinals. Unfortunately, of course, the seniors, some of the seniors will be moving on for Villanova this year, but it seems like Danae Carter is trending to coming back to the main line, and hopefully kind of the big off-season news to watch will be to see hopefully Jasmine Basco and Maddie Weber both stay here at Villanova next season, because Villanova, I mean, what was thought to be a year that would kind of bridge the gap in a way, we didn't know how exactly the season would turn out. Villanova played really well. I mean, almost to where they finished last year's season when they had Lucy Olson and they had Christina Dulce. So the younger players really stepped up, and I think there's a lot of exciting things to be looking forward to in the future here with this Villanova team. But of course, a lot will dictate based on what happens in the transfer portal. We'll update you on Thursday for Villanova Sports Talk if we hear any transfer portal news. I also plan on doing an end of the season recap video coming up in a few days, so stay tuned for that. But again, Villanova falls to Belmont in the WBIT semifinals, 66-57. Thanks everybody for tuning in to this recap video. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cats!